Boom. Hello everybody, Andy here from Glass Half Dead, and today I want to talk to you about the upcoming LVO reveals. Or actually, they're coming. We can't, it is what it is. They're going to announce mandrakes almost certainly, right? Who cares? Whatever. It'll be top knots. That's the big thing that's going on there. I'm more interested in the fact that people now have salvation in their hands. Finally, some people, a far smaller amount apparently, have Beta Decima in their hands. But salvation, people are finally reading the book, something I obviously did not do. And we have managed to find references to 5 potential future teams in the lore. So if you've read through the book, basically, if you read the Gallowfall book, it kind of said, hey, Beta Decima, it's blowing up. And the whole of the Salvation book basically says it's still blowing up. There you go. That's my quick, brief narrative summary of Kill Team Salvation. However, there are a few things mentioned in there. So a Farseer obviously has a bit of a dream, and that's, by the way, just throwing this out there, sorry, total aside. The reason the Eldar are dying as a race is because they're all asleep. They would wake up. That would probably help. Anyway, not the point. He has like some vision, whatever, and basically we can pick out 5 different things as like threats to the Eldar. Let's go through them now. Firstly, Raven White of Snow. That is the scouts, obviously, because of the Raven Guard. Cool, easy. We can move straight on for that. We don't need to discuss. Fanged masks. It's Night Lords, right? We know Night Lords are coming. They would have a fanged mask. Cool, good, easy. Right, we then get on to things that we are guessing about. So, okay, if you pay attention to the rumour sphere, as most do, we know that somebody out there did announce Night Lords first, and they said it was going to come alongside mandrakes. He was kind of at the point where he's probably right. And we then had Night Lords announced. So if the partner of the Night Lords isn't knife-wielding wraiths, which is what it is in Salvation, if that's not mandrakes, I don't know. Like, you can't be any, it's mandrakes. And on top of that, actually, so we've just seen the silhouette for LVO, and one of them has the traditional Eldar crappy thing of a top knot. Let's be clear, I hate top knots. I think they're ridiculous, right? And anything to do with hair I naturally hate, but top knots specifically, even worse than bat helmets. I would say even worse than bat helmets. However, if you think back to Warcry, we recently had the, I don't know, a Skurgan blood bound. I'm going to throw that out there. That is a variation of vampire, elvish vampire thing in Age of Sigmar, and it came out in one of the Warcry boxes. And when I saw them, I immediately thought these are clearly elves. You know what? Paint that skin night, the colour of night. That would actually probably make a pretty decent mandrake. And then, I'm pretty sure they had top knots. And now, we see a top knot on something when we're expecting mandrakes. Elves, top knots. Need I say more? Okay, yeah, because they don't know what you're talking about, Andy. Right, anyway, boring. Let's get into the interesting stuff. We've got Kiss of a Bladed Tendril. I've got theories. And then we also have radiation-soaked cyber organic monsters. Okay, so those are interesting. We don't know what they are. Also, it should be noted that, assuming that this is a 4-box year, a 4-box season, much like the other 2 seasons were, we still have 2 additional teams completely unknown of, and those would presumably be the final 2 teams for this year, this edition, in fact. Anyway, right. Kiss of a Bladed Tendril. Look, we all, my boys, my chaps, my chapesses, my chapai. I've seen what you're saying. You're saying Genestealers. Of course, why would we say Genestealers? Because in lore, in canon, it is referred to as the Genestealers Kiss, okay? Right, so we've got a bladed tendril, a kiss of a blade. Exactly. However, I actually want to flip that a little bit. So we did also have a leak earlier in the year on Reddit, which said Genestealer cults. And we all said that's ridiculous. We already have Genestealer cults, right? But let me throw this your way, okay? I've recently been writing a script for I'm basically reviewing the compendium as a 2024 product. Like, should you buy it? Should you not? Obviously, I just say go to Wikipedia. You shouldn't buy it. But is it still a good product? And one thing that kind of arose to me is that actually, not a terrible team is, of course, they're not called Wormblade in there. What are they called? It's not Wormblade. That's the specialist team. Genestealer cults, whatever. And I was looking at them, and other teams, like for example the Harlequins, the Admech, etc., Forge World, they were removed when they got what is very clearly their White Dwarf team, right? We had Hunterclade, a White Dwarf team, replace Forge World, a compendium team. We had Warp Coven, a White Dwarf team, replace Thousand Suns, a compendium team. We had Void Dancers, a White Dwarf team, replace Harlequin Troop, a compendium team. We had Wormblade, a White Dwarf team, not replace Brood Coven. That's what they are, Brood Coven. Yeah, that's weird. Why would that be? Because Wormblade is only simulating 1/2 of the class fantasy, the race fantasy of Brood Coven, of Genestealer cults, and that is the regular dudes, right? The regular dudes and dudettes and dudai, okay? There is the other side to Brood Coven, which is the weird funky stuff, okay? So that lines up. We haven't had the Brood Coven compendium team officially replaced because the whole of that team is not yet released. And we had the Reddit leak. So actually, I think what we might be getting is an all-new Genestealer Cults kit that will include things. I kind of ran out of steam there, but you were with me. You were with me till the end. It's fine. You get it. What do I mean? Sorry. What are they called? Acolytes? You got the neophytes. We've had that. We've had the neophyte teams replaced. Acolytes and the slightly better acolytes. There you go. Cool. So I reckon we're going to be getting them. That is an old kit at this point. It doesn't look great, if I'm honest. I reckon it will be a new kit. However, it could just be an upgrade sprue. You never know. But if we look at what they're doing with the rest of, you know, I don't need to fill time. You get it. You heard what I said. Right, we then get radiation-soaked cyber-organic monsters. So I reckon Dark Admech. There you go. There you go. It could just be Admech, right? Because obviously the whole thing about 40k is that actually, yeah, the good guys are just horrifying monsters, and Admech are horrifying monsters. But it would kind of line up with the Dark Admech. Now, what are they going to do for that when you're thinking about 40k? You know? So, if you don't know, Beta Decima is an Adeptus Mechanicus world. So it could just be an Admech team, right? However, going by what I've just said, we do have the Adeptus Mechanicus compendium team having been removed because Hunterclade completely replaces it. So we're kind of done with that. Whereas we did not have Brood Coven removed because we're not done with that. So it could just be a whole new team. Now, how are they going to do that? If we look at Scouts and Scorpions, that's 2 new sprues, okay? hypothetically, the next one, mandrakes have to be all new, right? And Night Lords we already know is an upgrade sprue. So let's hypothetically imagine that the next release is in fact Brood Coven. What are they called? The mutated side of Brood Coven. The Genestealer's Kiss. Oh no, they're just going to be called that. They're going to be called the Bladed Tendril. There you go. Named it for you. The Bladed Tendril. Go up against, what are they called? I don't know. Cyber organic monsters. The, whatever. Dad mech. There you go. It's like Dark Admech, but because you're so close saying Dad mech. So, which one's going to be a new sprue there? Good bloody question. I could honestly see it either way, actually. Damn. Honestly, I think they both need new sprues. However, the Admech have good kits, but we've already used two of those kits, both the Skitarii and the Sicarian. So, somebody did in my Discord suggest Breachers. I can't see that being the case, if I'm honest. That would be, I don't know what that would be. Although Breachers included in an Adeptus Mechanicus team sounds really cool. And actually, you know, the cyber organic thing, that is very looking like a Breacher. If you don't know, they're like tank treads, human servitor, like, you know, dead person torso, huge gun strapped to their arm, or replacing their arm. But then the Brood Coven team's not great. But I think, you know, just guessing, I would say that actually the Brood Coven teams, the acolytes there, Metamorphs. Nailed it, lads, the Metamorphs. They're probably a better kit than the Breachers, so let's say it would probably be an upgrade sprue for the Neophyte. Metamorphs, thank you. Whereas the Dark Admech are going to get the whole new sprue. There you go. That's my guess. That's my guess. I could be wrong. Probably am wrong, because this is all just pure speculation until we see LVO, where they are going to announce mandrakes, and they're going to be elves with top knots. And I'm going to hate them, but I'm also kind of going to love them. Oh, right, sorry. This is a different angle. Because I have my Drukhari army out in front of me. Completely nothing to do with me doing this video and the fact that mandrakes are coming, by the way. I'm selling this army and I just took pictures of it to put up on eBay. But relevant because I like Drukhari. I'm gonna cut top knots off. There you go. That's all I'm saying. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. This has just been a fun little speculation video because LVO is coming soon, and people have had their hands on Salvation, so this is a blessed day for us all. Thank you, bye.